Today, I want to speak about hair care in terms of this thing about keratin treatments and Botox treatments and smoothing systems. So they all can be quite confusing, especially if you're new and you don't really understand the purpose of these treatments. And I want to kind of break down some of the basics about them so you can have a little bit more knowledge about, what you're even interested in, what you're trying to achieve with your hair. Hey, welcome to another video. Welcome to the Bajo channel. This is the home of self-care, beauty, wellness, and any and everything that'll help you become the most empowered version of you. Today, I want to speak about hair care in terms of this thing about keratin treatments and Botox treatments and smoothing systems. So they all can be quite confusing, especially if you're new and you don't really understand the purpose of these treatments. And I want to kind of break down some of the basics about them so you can have a little bit more knowledge about, what you're even interested in, what you're trying to achieve with your hair. So relaxers, let's start with relaxers. And most people are very familiar with what a relaxer is. Relaxer is like sodium hydroxide. It's a chemical that basically breaks the bond of your hair so that your hair can be permanently straightened. A relaxer is a permanent process. Once you take a relaxer and you apply it to this coily hair, that hair is going to remain straight until it grow out from the root as new growth, unprocessed hair. So that's a relaxer, and a lot of us are very familiar with the relaxer and what the relaxer does, and a lot of us love our relaxers. A lot of us can't take it. Our hair can't take it anymore. Some people do very, very well with it when they are under the advisement of a professional stylist. So it just depends on the hair, your needs, your lifestyle. Relaxers, fine. Now you have these different smoothing treatments, right? These different smoothing treatments they have these names that to me is very confusing. You have the keratin treatment, you have the Botox treatment, you have the texture release treatments, you have, they have so many names to these things. And basically what these treatments do, right? These treatments add a protein, add a keratin to your hair. And once that's added to your hair, it locks. Your hair is made of keratin. All right, let's start from there. Your hair is keratin. It's a protein. The part of your hair that grows beyond your scalp, it's really made of keratin. It's a protein. What these treatments do is it infuses more protein, more keratin into your hair, and usually it's heat activated. It's like to kind of seal this protein in your hair so that it creates a moisture barrier. And when you create a moisture barrier, your hair does not revert back to the coil quickly. These treatments are temporary. They are temporary. If you love your coil and you just want to get rid of it for a little while, these are really a great alternative. All keratin treatments, Botox treatments, straightening, smoothing systems, texture release systems, all of them are not created equal, just like relaxers are not created equal, or like, you can have the similar product, but things are just not created the same way. And so what happens is sometimes a lot of clients are confused They really don't understand what it's about. So some people are afraid to even touch a texture smoothing system or keratin treatment. They're afraid of it because they're afraid to lose the natural coil to their hair. And if their understanding is growing, if they enlighten themselves, you'll understand that it is a temporary process that is designed to just allow your hair to be more manageable for about 10, 12 weeks, give or take, depending on the texture, porosity, and density of your hair. And it depends also on how often you get these treatments. How often are you getting these treatments? So what I would say is, for everyone that's even interested in doing these texture release and these keratins, do your research. Look it up. I know that there was a scare some years back that came out and was saying that these keratin treatments or relaxers, they were linked to certain health issues in women. And in me, doing my own research, I realized that a lot of that was linked to products that uses formaldehyde. And of course, formaldehyde releases carcinogens, which are very harmful to our health. And so off the rip, if you're interested in any of these type of products, you consult with your stylist and ask, does this product have formaldehyde in it? Is this product carrying formaldehyde? You have to do the research. You have to know what you are exposing yourself to. Listen, we all want to be beautiful. We all want to look nice, but not at the expense of your health. Nothing is worth it at all. Nothing is worth it. And so I feel like these products are a great alternative to people who can't use relaxers or just no longer want to use a relaxer. I feel like they are a great alternative. However, you have to be very, very careful and very mindful of what you are using. Never put a product on your body if you don't understand what's happening. That's just me. Listen, we have pores in our body that things get into our blood system and it can cause us harm. I want to be cute, but it's not that serious. And there are safe methods, safe alternatives that you can use to achieve certain styles with ease, certain manageability of your hair with ease without harming your health. And so, when people use, you can get a Botox treatment, you can get a keratin, you want to get a texture smoothing, texture release. They got all of these, all these names that they're throwing around, and they're really using them interchangeably because a lot of times they're referring to the same exact thing. But again, some of those products are carrying formaldehyde, which is very, very harmful to your health, and some of them are not. Some of them do not produce the formaldehyde until heat is applied to it. So you have to do your research and understand what your stylist or what you yourself, some people are doing these treatments themselves at home. But like I said, I would strongly suggest and strongly advise, do not use anything that you don't know and you have not done your due diligence and you have not done your research. And that's why it's a lot of times it's good to have a professional stylist that have vetted these products. They have used these products. They see the results of the products. They've been using the products on several clients so they can see the effects that this product has, not just in the short term, but also in the long term. So it's just important just to know what you're using on your hair. Know what you're using. And they are a great alternative. You find the right one, they are a great alternative because what happens is once you apply this keratin to your hair, this formaldehyde free, I'm going to say for this video, you apply it to your hair, it creates this barrier that it's hard for moisture to get into your hair to allow that coil, your hair to revert back to this natural coil. And for those who are not looking for that natural coil every single day, when I tell you it works so beautifully and so wonderfully, like it literally blows my mind. It really, really does. And what I love the most about it, just like we change. Sometimes I want my hair straight. Sometimes I want my hair coily. Listen, you should have that ability to be flexible and say, I want this or I don't want that. You know what I mean? And you choose different services that allow you to be flexible. It's not what someone wants you to have. It's what's going to work best for you, what you're comfortable with. And in my experience, I've seen people very, very happy with these services, especially when it's done correctly. Of course, just like anything can be abused and done in a way that can be not conducive to what you're looking for. That's for anything. You could do a bad color job. You could do a bad relaxer, anything, a bad haircut. That's why I always advise you, get a great stylist and work with your stylist. Work with your stylist. Get with a stylist that you're comfortable with and that you can trust and that will tell you no. A stylist that'll tell you no, a lot of times is a good stylist because they understand that certain things are just not good for you. That's good, not good for them. It's not good. And all money is not good money. They don't care about your money. They just rather for you to be safe and go through the process of learning what's best for your hair, and they will provide that service for you. So yeah, these keratin treatments, Botox treatments, texture release treatments, they are fantastic. I love them. I love them. But all products are not created equal. Know that. All products are not created equal. And guess what? All applications are not applied equally. All applications are not applied. So that's where you finding a great stylist come in and you trusting and vetting what you're doing to your hair, who you are allowing to apply those products and those chemicals to your hair, if you so choose to. If you don't, guess what? Wear your own hair. But it's important to know that when these different terms are being thrown around, it's important for you to do your due diligence. You know what I mean? Vet the product, vet the stylist, vet the application. It's you. It's you. And especially if you have, that's why I love word of mouth and different things of that nature, because when someone has consistently done things and they've gotten a great result over and over again, that's a good indication. I'm not saying that's all, but that's a great indication that that's maybe a direction you can go in and feel safe. You know, if a person is looking to have surgery, right? Just for an example, you trying to see the work that they've done. Let me see how happy everybody else is. Let me see what the results have been. And you go from there. But always do your due diligence when you're seeking to do something new. But these texture release and texture smoothing, keratin, Botox, however you want to say it, they can be very good. They can be very suitable. But always do your due diligence. Always, no matter what. I don't care what new comes out. If it's being applied to you, your body, in any kind of way, shape, or form, it is your responsibility to say, hey, I don't want this. Or, hey, I do want this. So I appreciate you. I thank you. Thank you for joining us today. This is the Bajo channel. This is the home of self-care, beauty, wellness, and any and everything that will help you to become the most empowered version of you. Thank you so much. And remember, self-care is most definitely the best care. Later.